Formagi YouTube video k lia oper jo tum ny story lik kdhs k oper tai men strong hook lik k do. Hook jandar. Suspenseful our curiosity si barpor hona chaye k mary vauer engage ho jn our video ko ntk deken today, my family decided to go for a picnic in the park. The air was warm, and sunlight filtered through the leaves. We spread the picnic blanket on the soft grass. The birds were singing, and a gentle breeze made everything feel calm and peaceful. I began arranging food on the plates. The smell of toasted bread and fresh fruit floated on the air. My little brother ran around, playing. Mom and Dad laughed and chatted happily. Suddenly, I felt a strange cold on the back of my neck. It felt like a strong gust of wind passed without warning. I looked around, but everything still seemed calm. The birds were still flying, and the children were still laughing. Then, I heard the crisp sound of leaves crunching nearby. It was not the children. It came from behind a large tree. My heart started pounding. My hands grew cold. I stepped closer, but my breathing became tight. A musty, damp smell of earth reached me. My body froze as I saw a shadow move. It was not an ordinary wild animal. The shadow behind the tree shifted again, this time slightly closer. I could hear the faint rustle of leaves under slow, deliberate steps. A chill ran down my spine as my eyes tried to adjust to the darkening shade beneath the tree canopy. My little brother's laughter suddenly felt distant, almost unreal. I took another step forward, my foot sinking slightly into the soft grass. The smell of damp earth grew stronger, mixed now with a faint, sharp metallic scent I could not place. The sunlight filtering through the trees seemed to dim, as though something was absorbing it. A sudden, cold wind brushed past me again, stronger this time, making the hairs on my arms stand on end. "Who's there?" I called, my voice trembling despite my attempt to sound confident. No answer came, only the subtle creak of branches swaying. I wanted to turn back, to run to my parents, but my feet felt glued to the spot. Something about the movement of that shadow made my body tense, frozen in fear. I noticed the shadow had shape now, vague, but vaguely human. Tall, thin, but unnaturally so. Its movement was smooth, almost gliding across the ground without the sound of footsteps. My heart pounded so loudly that I was afraid it would betray my presence. I could feel my pulse in my throat, my chest tight as if I could not breathe. I squinted to see it more clearly. The shadow stepped closer to the sun-dappled clearing where our blanket lay. I could make out faint features now, pale, almost gray skin, and eyes that reflected light unnaturally. A sudden shiver ran through me, my mind screaming that this was not a person. I wanted to scream, to warn my family, but my throat was dry, my voice trapped. I slowly backed away, trying to stay silent. The shadow mirrored my movements, keeping the same distance, always just at the edge of my vision. Leaves crunched lightly under what seemed like weightless feet. I wanted to look away, but something compelled me to watch, to understand what was moving toward us. A sudden movement made me blink. A branch snapped closer to our picnic blanket. My mother called my brother's name, unaware of the danger behind the trees. I froze, realizing that if this thing approached the blanket, my family would be in its path. Panic surged through me, hot and overwhelming. I grabbed a stick from the ground, anything to defend or distract. The shadow paused, as if sensing my fear. Its eyes glimmered, cold and unblinking, staring straight at me. For a moment, the world seemed to stop, the birds, the breeze, the laughter, all gone. Only the shadow and I remained. I inched backward toward my family, silently praying they would not notice my terror. Then, the shadow made a sound. A low, whispering noise, almost like words, but twisted and unintelligible. It was close enough now that I could smell it, a foul stench, a mixture of decay and damp soil. My stomach turned, and I gagged quietly. Suddenly, it moved faster than I expected, almost gliding across the grass. I stumbled backward, tripping over the blanket edge. My brother screamed as he saw my fall. The shadow froze for a second, then turned toward the sound. It started moving in his direction, unnervingly slow and deliberate, like a predator savoring its approach. "Mom! Dad!" I yelled, finally finding my voice. My parents looked up, startled. The shadow lurched closer to them, its figure stretching unnaturally tall as if the sunlight made it grow. I could see its mouth open slightly, though no words came out. Only a soundless hunger seemed to radiate from it, a weight pressing on the clearing itself.